juice, chase W's, yeah. Other beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Carolina Panthers. This is taken at the 3.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
Yeah, they're right down here looking for 6. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And what would the dime look that time on defense? Just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Butker able to put this one through. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Look. I got him. He's my boss. Jack, grab it. 44. Here you go.
The first down throw for Bridgewater. Space to maneuver at the 40. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, check. Back. Check hot route. Hot. Single.
Now Bridgewater. And Thomas has it. 27 yards there, a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line. This is McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Joker.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and we get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
Get some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
15's the mark. I got 15. Let's go. Right up. Yellow. Hey, Mike.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. That catch good for 5. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Left guard defense. And here we go.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. He'll get this to Eckler. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down? We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 29, Bridgewater got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let him know.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the slant.
10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports.
Chiefs 10, Panthers 3.
Pick me up.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Hey, pick your game up. Off. Mike 52. On
3rd down, Bridgewater. Open man is Anderson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Take 4, take 4.
Here's Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action now. Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now Scarlett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. Here's McCaffrey. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
43! Charlie! 19, Mike 19. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get it.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
15. Yellow. I got 15. Come on. You better break. 50, yellow. Attack.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Mike's 15. Rush. Here we go. Finish the game.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Yellow. Right there. 56. Let's go, D.
Now here's Pollard. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Touchdown, Chiefs. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it, and it pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own? Or maybe the analytics coach got involved. And a lot of times you talk about that all week before the game. Hey, if we're in certain situations, analytics actually says do it this way, which might be against the norm. And it paid off for them in a really nice way.
Cashing in and there on the final play of the first half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
It's Hill, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Back at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on second and 14. Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 27 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 27 on the play. And a first down, Chiefs.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10, down at the 33. Mahomes going to throw. That one complete to Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a run with McCaffrey. Room past the 20. And all the way up to the 21-yard line.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
To throw is Bridgewater. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 45-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that? He rifles one that's intercepted. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. That means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 13. Check 13. That's 27. Delta.
Here's Pollard again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Yellow, yellow. I'll go on, 80. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. 56. Mike. 57, 57 color. 57 color.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
56.
On first down, Pollard. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Strong right. Strong right.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Mike 15. Mike 15. Drop deep, drop deep.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
It's just me and you.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. Shreds the tackle. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Bridgewater to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for the Panthers.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Bridgewater now being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And they have compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Gonna run again here with Pollard. Breaks the tackle now with Alley. And all the way down to the 29. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 29-yard line.
And a 1st down, Chiefs.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. Mahomes now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check three. Hey, yo, go going. Watch general, relax.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5.
I don't need to. 180. I got you, boy. Watch safety creep. Inside. team.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. The run for Pollard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Let's get it.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Let's go.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Big 4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll return this one all the way out of the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yellow. I'm going 80. 15. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of it.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. This will be taken in at the 1.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Checking in on Houston. It's in the fourth quarter there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they?